Hi everyone, welcome to your English 10 class. I am Ma'am Jan, your English 10 teacher. For today, we are going to discuss the lesson for weeks 5 and 6. I hope everybody's ready for today's discussion.
Welcome to Quarter 2, Week 5. The lesson to be discussed today is all about claims of fact, policy, and value. As individuals, we are often compelled to respond to different kinds of issues around us. When responding or expressing opinion towards an issue, it is important to be able to identify the writer's or the speaker's claim. A clear understanding of someone's beliefs or ideas about something enables others to give appropriate feedback or reactions. This lesson focuses on deeply understanding what a claim is and how claims are basically classified. As part of the tasks that seek to develop further your skills in critical thinking and writing, you are also expected to formulate claims of fact, policy, and value. Let us now discuss the lesson. Identifying one's claims is an essential skill when expressing opinion on a certain issue, especially in the field of writing. A claim refers to a clear assertion of a person's ideas, opinions, or propositions. The use of claims may serve the purpose of convincing or persuading readers or a specific audience to agree with a specific stand or rationale on an issue. Generally, claims may be classified as claims of fact, claims of value, and claims of policy. Number one is claims of fact. This category of claims states that something about things in the past, in the present, and in the future. This also deals with ideas or claims that can be proven or disproved with the help of factual evidences. This fact claim is basically debatable yet verifiable. I have here two examples of claims of fact, and let us study these examples one by one. For example, letter A, the 2020 national budget amounting to 4.1 trillion pesos, which is 12% larger than the 2019 budget, can really help in boosting the economy through various infrastructural projects. The claims focus on the budget and the possible result of its implementation in terms of economic growth. This can be proven or disproved after the actual implementation of the target infrastructural projects using the given amount specified in the national budget. So basically, we can assure that this is an example of a claims of fact. For the second example, being the richest city in the country, the City of Makati can implement better projects needed by its citizens. The claim is debatable since no evidences are initially presented. The claim focuses not only on being the richest city, but on the implementation of better projects. This can also be proven or disproved using verifiable evidences. Next is claims of value. A claim of value, also known as value claim, presents an assertion as to whether something is good or bad, or one concept or idea is better than another. This also emphasizes and weighs the benefits of the subject matter. This is debatable in nature, since people may have different opinions on the given claims or concepts. Here are some examples of claims of value. Taking vitamins is better than eating fruits and vegetables in terms of boosting our immune system. This claim is based on one's opinion, judgment, or experience as to which one is better than the other. The claim may be truthful to some but not to all. Next, If I were to choose, I would prefer the work from home scheme than working in the office as this gives me more family time. The claim is based on one's opinion or judgment about the worth of work from home scheme. This is arguable since benefits of work from home may vary from one person to another. Last is the claims of policy. A claim of policy supports that an action should or should not be done to address a certain case or policy. Policy claim indicates that an action should be carried out either in support or in opposition of a particular argument. The key word in a claim of policy is the conditional verb should, which implies that some action ought to be taken, but not that it must or will be taken. Example, all professional athletes should be randomly drug tested. For example, letter A, the city's health department must learn from how other cities successfully address the concerns against COVID-19. This claim supports the idea of learning from the best practices of other cities leading to a particular call to action. Next, to further improve one's skills in speaking before a large number of audience, one must consider enrolling in personality development classes that can help boost confidence and improve one's self-image. In here, the writer presents a particular course of action, right? For our last example, the voucher program of the Department of Education should be extended to the elementary level as this has greatly contributed in the achievement of the government's goals in the full implementation of the K-12 basic education program. In here, the writer proposes a revision on the scope of the implementation of the policy for the benefits of more possible recipients. At this point, let us have an exercise. This exercise is to assess whether you understand our lesson today or not. In here, you are going to identify whether the following sentences are claims of fact, policy, or value. Number 1, video games lead to the increase of violence among teens. The correct answer for number 1 is claims of fact. Number 2, the Lakers are better than the Celtics. If your answer in number 2 is a claims of value, then you are correct. Number 3, students should pass their outputs on time. If your answer is claims of policy for number 3, then hooray, you are correct. 4, broken family is causing increased juvenile crime. The correct answer for number 4 is claims of fact. Last number, Coke is better than Pepsi. Claims of value is the correct answer for number 5. If you got 4 or 5 in our exercise for today, then congratulations! It means that you really understand our lesson for today. Let us now tackle our next lesson for week 6. Our lesson is all about exposition. We are exposed to different kinds of texts almost every minute. Whether it is an update we see in social media, a news story we encounter in daily broadsheets, or an article we browse on lifestyle magazines, we are often compelled to read and make sense of various texts we see. One of the key features that draws the boundaries between and among these written materials is the purpose of the author. A writer always has reasons and conventions for choosing to write about a certain topic or issue, such as providing information, telling a story, and sharing an opinion, among others. This lesson focuses on exploring and understanding the key structural elements and language features of an expository text. As you journey through this lesson, you will be engaged in tasks that will ask you to write an exposition or discussion on a familiar issue. In writing, it is important to have a clear sense of purpose. This purpose or reason for writing about a particular topic usually serves as the basis of the structural elements, patterns of idea development, and language features that a writer employs in writing. In the previous lesson, you were introduced to the concepts of argumentative writing, where the author explains and justifies his or her stand on a given proposition by presenting evidences to support his or her claim. This is a characteristic you will not observe in writing an exposition, but instead, an expository text, or sometimes exposition, merely presents or provides information about a particular topic or issue. This is also sometimes called informational writing, where the writer provides facts on a given topic in a way that is educational and purposeful. Besides merely providing facts, expository writing may also include providing descriptions, citing reasons, presenting explanations, and enumerating steps of a specific process. Unlike in narrative writing, an expository text does not tell a story and does not make use of emotion in presenting facts. It is fact-based and seeks to educate the reader by presenting facts based on reliable sources. Expository texts are generally clear, concise, and organized in terms of idea development. Some of the most common examples of expository texts are textbooks, news articles, instructional materials or manuals, recipes, and self-help books, among others. There are times when different forms of writing seem to have overlapping features and characteristics. This is truly possible, as there are writers who would sometimes combine these features and characteristics in writing. In order for you to maintain the focus when writing, remember that they differ in terms of purpose. An expository text seems to inform, a narrative text aims to entertain, and an argumentative text's goal is to persuade readers. Key structural elements in an exposition. While the facts in expository writing may be presented in various ways, depending on a number of factors, most expository texts, including expository essays, generally include common elements such as follows. 1. A clear and concise thesis statement. Usually presented in the initial paragraph, the thesis statement introduces the main topic or idea and provides the overall direction for the text. Number 2, clear transitions. The use of clear and proper transitions will glue the introduction, the body, and the conclusion together. Without effective use of transitions, the exposition may seem like a disjointed collection of sentences. 3. A body that contains evidences and support. While most people might think of an expository text like an essay as something that can be written even without due research and preparations, the use of supporting evidences like examples and explanations forms a huge part of a facts-based expository text. 4. An effective conclusion. It is essential to remember that a conclusion is not only meant to summarize the ideas presented from the introduction to the body. Instead, a conclusion should tie the ideas all together while highlighting the true essence of the main idea in the text. While most expository essays typically follow the introduction body conclusion format, other forms and examples of exposition can take other shapes and patterns depending on how the writer intends to present his or her ideas. Expository texts typically follow one of the following structures or patterns of idea development. A. Cause and effect. Here, the writer presents the information by explaining how or why a certain event or occurrence happened or cause, and what resulted from that particular cause or occurrence or effect. B. Comparison and contrast. The writer presents the information by providing details as to how things, concepts, or ideas are alike or different. C. Description. In this structure, the topic is presented by providing descriptions about its attributes, features, and examples. D. Problem and solution. The writer may present a problem and provide one or more solutions to the said problem. And lastly, letter E, sequence. In this structure, information may be presented in a way that follows numerical or chronological sequence, either explicitly or implicitly. Language features of exposition. In terms of language features commonly employed in exposition, the use of signal words always plays a crucial role as they make clear transitions from one idea to another possible. It also helps greatly in giving the readers a hint of where a particular idea is leading to. Through signal words, coherence in writing and smooth flow of ideas can be achieved. Here is the list of the signal words that you can use in expository writing. For cause and effect, you may use because, consequently, since, therefore, as a result, thus, for this reason, this led to, due to. For compare and contrast, you can use but, on the other hand, as well as, similar to, different from, however, in contrast, although, in the same way. For description, you can use for example, for instance, to illustrate, such as, including, like. For problem and solution, you may use since, consequently, a solution, therefore, so that, in order to. And lastly, for sequence, you may use this first, second, third, before, after, finally, then, next, and previously. Before I end our lesson about exposition, I want you to remember one of the most effective ways to organize information to be used in exposition is by using graphic organizers. You have learned some of these organizers in quarter 1, right? For example, if your expository essay aims to explain the similarities and differences of ideas about a particular topic, you may use a Venn diagram in pre-writing.
Thank you for participating in today's discussion. I hope everybody was able to understand our lessons for today. Since we have 2 lessons, that would be all for today. Class dismissed. Thanks!